I'm Mia, and this is my 9th and final Halloween look of the month. But yeah, final look. Honestly, so honest here. Thank God. I knew this was gonna happen, and even my friends said, they're like, oh my God, you don't need to do, you know, a month of just Halloween looks. You can do like one or two. I'm like, yeah, but I'm like already committed to it. Same thing with the Pride looks. Never let me do a dedicated month of a specific like themed thing ever again, because I'm miserable. I've burnt out like at 4 or 5, and I'm like, I'm good. But I'm gonna recreate like my favorite look that I did a few years ago. It was just a very traditional, pretty glam with blood splatters, bedazzled blood splatters. So that way there's no actual fake blood, and it can't not be recommended because it's graphic or whatever. So I had a case of rhinestones. I don't know where I put them. Oh, I have a case of red rhinestones of varying sizes. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna start off with a very basic like glam look, which honestly I am so grateful for, because I really want to do just like regular makeup again. And I did impulsively buy something at Sephora last week, and it was the Patrick Ta, one of the Nude duos, and like I need this on my eyes, so alas. But I'm gonna start off with the, ooh, this is upside down, with the Lunar Beauty Nude Prism palette, and I'm gonna start off with a little bit of vibes and the tiniest bit of I'm Shy, which is what I usually do, but I want to keep it lighter than I did last time. It's funny, last time I did this look, it was like the day after a Queen concert, because it was, at the time of filming this, it was like 2 years ago to the day. I'm like, oh my God, because you know, I got home and I was bouncing off the walls, and I thought I was gonna like calm down, you know, from adrenaline, and just like, oh my God, I was out. Nope. So I think I did the look at like, started at like 11 o'clock, so that's why it was technically the same day. But again, I do not regret buying those tickets. Like, originally I had shit balcony tickets, and then a different thing popped up. I'm like, oh my God, I already spent the money, blah blah blah. My father's like, oh my God, I'll buy the balcony ticket off of you even if I don't go. He never did, but I still bought the other ticket because it was club seating at TD Garden. So even though I was never actually sitting, it was still a nicer spot, and I had access to like a special like elevator. So, and then I'm gonna take some of Tease and a little bit of Classic, and I'm gonna use that to like darken the outer edge. But no, I just won lottery tickets to the Big Apple Circus on Sunday. So even though they haven't answered any of my other texts, I texted my friend, like, do you want to go with me? They're like, oh my God, yeah. They're like, if you want me to. I'm like, do you think I'd be texting you if I didn't want you to come with me? They're like, I'll buy the tickets. I'm like, I won lottery, that's why I'm asking. I'm like, I wouldn't willingly go to the circus otherwise, but if they're gonna sell me cheap tickets, I'm gonna take them. And realistically, it's gonna be cheaper than usual, so come on, we can go to Target after, question mark? Wendy's? I don't know. There's not a lot to do down at that specific part. So, but I haven't seen them in a little bit, and I love hanging out with them, so obviously I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna take a little bit of the NYX glitter glue, glitter primer, whatever we want to call this, just because even though I swatched it, and again, it's beautiful, it's done, and I don't know if it would benefit from a glitter primer, so better safe than sorry. And then I'll go in a little bit with like my smudgy liner after the shimmer is on. So this is the Patrick Ta, oh God, Major Dimension Eye Illusion Eyeshadow Duo in the Duo In Your Dreams. I'm gonna take the top one, on a little brush. And like, this is so unreasonably priced, but it is so pretty. And I don't have a lot of like neutral shimmers, like solo shimmers, so I feel like it worked out. Oh yeah, and it's like so, the top one is like more scattered than the bottom one, which is kind of what I want to. Again, I do not endorse reckless spending on $44 eyeshadow. Well, $44 after tax. I'm gonna do a little bit of the bottom one too, just to like kind of blend the edges. But still, yeah, I know that's right. I can't toss this around because I don't want to get too. And then I'm gonna go back in with the Lunar Beauty palette and take a little bit of Moody mixed with a little bit of Classic, just because I feel like Moody's a little too cool toned sometimes. So I don't want to mess that up too much. Not mess it up, but like I don't, like this is a very warm eye, so I don't want it to get too contrasting. But yeah, apparently I'm going to the Big Apple Circus now. I mean, at the time of this being uploaded, I would have gone to the circus, because the circus is the 26th. This is the Halloween look, so it's going up the 31st, the following Friday. So, but I still like to tell you people things, even if one of the people I'm telling things to is the person I'm going to the circus with. And I'm gonna be so honest, this is it for eyes. And I can't even be like, oh my god, I'll see you in a second with lashes, because I'm gonna do the rhinestones before I do the lashes, because I don't know where I'm gonna put them just yet, so I want open free space. So I guess we have to move on to the base now. Alright, so yeah, now I'm gonna go on to the base. This is from Paula's Choice. This is the Pro Collagen Peptide Plumping Moisturizer. Like always, this was gifted to me, but like always, I wouldn't keep using it if I didn't like it. But no, I find it so funny, because I've never actually been to the circus, especially the Big Apple Circus. But, you know, I'm on the Lucky See website, and I applied for it, and when I say I kept winning every single Saturday show, I'm like, wow. They would be like, oh, you won the 1 p.m. Saturday show. I'm like, girl, I'm like, it's 3 days beforehand. I'm like, I'm working. So, and it's funny because I won Saturday show. I won the nighttime Saturday show earlier in the afternoon for like 7 o'clock, and I went, not possible if I'm doing, you know, a catering job at 9 p.m. You know, I don't know how long the circus is, but I need to be in Everett by 8:30, 9 o'clock, so I'm like, we're not playing those games. So, like I said, literally just got an email like, oh my god, you won for the Sunday performance, blah 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 blah, and I went, I'm just glad my friend wanted to go with me. And just gonna dry it down a little. Oh, I had something to say too. Oh, ooh, sorry. This is from Danessa Myricks. This is the Yummy Skin Glow Serum in the shade Main Squeeze. I have been I texted her 3 times about this. My interim manager, I've texted her, you know, she specifically said, oh, you know, if you have a PTO request or something, you know, let me know, can't see it, blah, blah, blah. So I texted her like 3 times, and it has not been approved, and it still hasn't been approved. But she finally actually sent the schedule out for the week of Comic-Con, and she has me off of the Saturday. But it's not approved. So I'm not getting paid, which is fine. Like, I am not gonna need the money. Like, I have a check coming to be deposited on Friday. I'm gonna get a paper check on Tuesday from my focus group, and then I'm gonna get my regular work check plus a mini check from the truck on Halloween. So I think I'm good money-wise for a little bit. Even though I just spent, I'm not going to say the number because my friend watches my channel, so I'm not going to make them feel bad about lottery tickets for the circus. I just wanted to win Hamilton tickets, man, like, so badly. Like, I know I already saw it, but they were $10 tickets, so I'm like, what's good? But I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Soft Lit Luminous Foundation in the shade 125. I'm doing like a pump and a half. I'm doing just like a pump and a half because I'm going to use my Natasha Denona concealer. So, I don't want too much going on. And this still matches me for now. It has been unseasonably warm. Like, I know it's because of global warming and more specifically the usage of AI. But like, it is, we still have, we haven't switched our windows yet or taken out our AC. But that's also because, you know, New England logic, the moment we do that is going to be like a random 70-degree day and we're going to want to open the windows. So, I might try to get that done over the week actually. Because I was going to put them in at the beginning, not beginning, mid-spring. So I will probably be the one that takes them out. But I also cannot wait to have plain nails again. Like, I know that's something that's very odd, but like, I've had, since my nail tech left, I got designs on all my nails, because like, anyone can do a plain color, but I needed to see what they could do design-wise, so I could know who I could be comfortable going to, even though I don't do like super in-depth, you know, designs. But, like, I'm so excited. Like, so excited for plain nails. I think I'm gonna do like a sage green cat eye again, just because I love how it looks so much. But I don't know if I want to do, because like I have a sage green and I have like a jade green, and when I do my nails it's gonna be November 2nd, I think, so I don't know. But like I mentioned, I'm gonna go in with my Natasha Denona Hy-Glam concealer in the shade N0.5. I'm gonna do, when I say I'm gonna do a little. Also, I love this concealer, but it is it's a little yellow. And I know I say this every time, but I've noticed that's a big problem with a lot of neutrals. They're either gonna pull a little yellow or they're gonna pull a little orange. I'm like, I don't want either of those. I'm like, I just want a fair neutral. Like, arms aside, because I'm a little tan, but like this, I'd say that's like pretty like standard like neutral. I mean, again, I don't know. I don't even know if neutral is my undertone. I don't even know what my undertone is. Like I said, I still haven't gotten, not that most people at Sephora or Ulta have professional training, but they at least have their machine thing, so they could theoretically color match me a little better. But the only time I'm available to be in a Sephora or Ulta is usually the day that everyone else will be there too, and I don't want that. Bam. Like, look at that base. I will powder, probably, yeah, just to get that really, like, airbrushed, like, glam. I'm gonna start on my bronzer and contour, surprise, surprise. This is from Persona Cosmetics. This is the Bronze Multistick in the shade Mojave. I'm not doing as much as I usually would. I know, who am I? Again, not that I want, like, soft glam, but, like, I have a specific vision. Like I said, this is my last Halloween look. I've done this look before. I want this to be like the be-all end-all of looks. And then this is from Milk Makeup. This is the Sculpt stick in the shade Toasted. And that's going to go right under there. And I need to figure out what I'm having for dinner. I have some leftover bibimbap. No, not bibimbap. Oh, I could go for some bibimbap though. I have leftover kimbap from yesterday that I got at H Mart. So I might just eat the rest of that. It's like 6 or not like in a 6-7 way, but like legitimately there's like 6-ish, maybe 7 pieces. Because I ate a few yesterday, so I have some left over. And it's at least a handful. Also, not that I even know who he is, but I got sucked into the, what is he called? Somber? Drama going around on TikTok. Like, it's always the men. That's all I have to say. It's always men that are just so predatory. But I got sucked into it and I'm like, I don't even know who this man is or what's going on. But I'm nosy. My brother said that the other day. He's like, you look like a nosy Italian. I'm like, you mother. It's like, oh, Franklin. Oh, and I didn't intend to do this, but this is from Patrick Ta as well. This is the Double Take Cream and Powder Blush Duo. Oh god, this is dirty. This is also very expired. I would not recommend this. In the shade She's That Girl. But it was one of the first blushes I hit pan on, because this is like, it's a very good pink blush on me. So I'm just gonna, because like I don't have any like, I have one red blush, but it's like a very dewy, natural, sheer blush, and like I don't want that on my face or in my life. It was gifted, so that's why I still have it. But that's like something I'd wear with like minimal makeup. Like it doesn't work well over like a full face. So obviously I don't want to do that with it. So thinking something a little pinky on the cheeks, kind of a neutral lip liner and a sheer reddish lip gloss, lip oil. I'm thinking. Literally, rhinestones are gonna be, I think rhinestones are gonna have to be the last thing, because I don't want to try to do my lips around lips around rhinestones. So also a little, just a little. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna do powder. I feel like I look okay without. And I know the Patrick Ta blush has a powder blush, but I'm gonna go in with the NYX Professional Makeup Buttermelt blush in the shade Butter Together. And again, I know the Patrick Ta has one, but this one I feel like is just that pink that really emphasizes pink. Again, don't ask me what my logic in that is, but I'm just gonna do I have a very like loose, large brush to be able to do that with. So, bam, bam. What's the weather even gonna be like on Sunday? Now that I have to go out into the world. Not that I have to. Okay, 52. Long pants, long sleeves, heard. And then I'm gonna apply this with a finger because I feel like that's the best way to use these. This is from Colourpop Cosmetics. This is the Super Shock Cheek Paralyzed in the shade Seismic. It's a highlighter. What else would it be? Ooh, that's too much on my finger. Just do a light do. But oh, and not in a legitimate I almost bought, but Death Becomes Her. I saw it in July and neither of the lead actresses were there. You know, whatever. So you know, I'm going to New York again in March, so I already bought a ticket because I'm like, I'm gonna go see it. And like, you know, they're scheduled to run until April at least, so I figured that the original cast would be contracted until April at least. No, Megan Hilty, who plays Madeline Ashton, is leaving in January 4th. So like I had it split like 2 seconds of like, I can do like January 4th, January 5th, and like it's, but since it's her last show, the tickets are already jacked in pricing, and I'm like I don't want this out of life. So alas. But I'm a little pissed about that, because like I said, I only saw 2 of the main cast members actually performing. Because Christopher Sieber and Michelle Williams were there, obviously in their respective roles, but Megan Hilty and Jennifer Smart weren't, and I'm like, I mean, the understudies were fantastic, but standbys, whatever you want to call them, but rude. So I'm debating on canceling my ticket or not. I don't know. Alright. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do my lip liner first, and then rhinestones, and then gloss. I know that's a very odd way to do things, but again, I don't want to try to line my lips. Yeah, because I want to try to do something in the corner of my mouth. So, I'm going to start off with a little bit of the MAC lip pencil in the shade Cool Spice. I have some previous lip balm on. Also, I was playing around with some of the new Rudy Berry lip stains. If you thought my lips looked a little more defined than usual. I don't know. Like, I love the packaging. I like the wear so far. I don't like the shades. Because I got Raspberry Jam. And on Rudy, it did look a little more like red toned. On me, I'm like, this is brown. This is a warm toned brown. So, not ideal. And then this, the freckle pen itself, looks a little green. And I'm like, it's also obviously so it works for a little variety of skin tones. This is also considerably darker than my natural freckle, so I feel like it just looks weird. But then I'm gonna go in with the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade. Oh, this is not the shade I wanted. Alright, this is the shade I wanted. I'm gonna go in with the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Anywhere Caffeine. I'm gonna use that to overline the top and bring down a little. And like I said, I'll find hopefully like a red tinted gloss. Because a lot of the ones I have are kind of like, they're red, but like they're pinky reds. And like I know this is pink, but like I have a vision. Alright, I'm gonna at least go draw on the shapes that I want my blood to be in, but I should be back in a second. Alright, so I did a very light tracing with a beige waterline pencil, like eyeliner. And I don't think you can see it, but it doesn't matter because I can see it. So, and then I'll just add like little rhinestones wherever I so desire as well. But I'm just gonna kind of outline the original shape one at a time with some lash glue. That way I can do it one at a time without it getting too much. You know what's really funny? My father went out to dinner with his sister and his father yesterday. So my aunt and my grandfather. And apparently when he got there, you know, they were both like, oh my god, where's Mia? Where's the brother? And he's like, you just said, and you know, he dropped one already. He told me that when he got home. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I wasn't invited. I'm like, you said it was for all three of you. He's like, yeah. He's like, I thought I said that too, but apparently they're both expecting you. I'm like, like I wasn't gonna go anyways. But I would have liked Kowloon. I haven't been to Kowloon in God knows how long. I mean, I know I can order it myself, but Kowloon's freaking expensive. Like, it's not for the faint of heart. But I want to try to get the main cluster of blood before I start doing like little extra splatters, you know? The only thing I don't like about bedazzling things is that it takes so much time and patience because my thing is dropping like half of my rhinestones. I've lost at least 3 or 4 rhinestones already. And it's funny, there's an actor, I forgot his name, but he's literally everywhere. But I saw a video of him and his daughter, who apparently goes to school here. She goes to Emerson. And they're like, oh my god, they're trying LA Burdick. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, if I transfer, I'll be near there. Like, you told me I could see this man? I'm like, the man that I have no idea what his name is, and I feel really bad, but I love him as an actor. I'm like, I mean, it makes sense. Where I'd transfer to would be, like, near Newberry Street, so that's where all the tourists go. Let's be real with each other here. And now, since I have the main splatter, I'm gonna start doing a few, like, little dots away, because that's how blood works. And, like, yes, I know, realistically, blood would not splatter where I have it, But this also isn't real blood, so I don't think it counts or matters. So I'm going in with a tinier one. Ooh, that is not where I put the blood glue apparently. Again, I am just using lash glue for this. Please do not try to use any other glue on your skin that is not lash glue if you're gonna be doing like rhinestone things. Just don't. It's not how this works. Like I saw somebody put super glue and I'm like, girl, I'm like, what are you doing? And but my legs hurt so much because again, I sit on the floor as I do this. I do cross-legged usually, and today is no exception. I also need a new lash glue like desperately. But no, I kind of regret agreeing to do the Saturday night thing, because I'm like, what do you mean? I'm doing 10 to 5, which isn't that big a deal. I do it all the time. But now I'm doing like 9 to 2 essentially, and I'm like, luckily the job isn't like too far away. It's only Melrose, so it's not like we're doing this in New Hampshire and then still have to drive an hour back. So thank God for that, because that would not be ideal. Also, if you were to do this, it obviously does not need to be this shape. You can do whatever you want, however you want. This is just, oh, I didn't realize that was that big. Okay. But I'm probably going to finish this piece and do the rest off camera, just because it's going to get a little difficult to talk when doing the ones around my mouth. So, might not be a good idea. There we go. Oh, I trained 2 people on the same day. I did not know. Give me 2 seconds to re-glue, sorry. I ended up training 2 people last week. I would like it to be known that I am not a manager of any kinds. I do not get paid enough to train people. And again, I know it was their first day. One of them's a little stupid and I don't see him working out. But like, my manager literally texted me half an hour before the kid was gonna come in. Like, you know, I was at the bank. I was getting ready for the day. And she's like, oh, blah, blah, is gonna be here at 11:30. At 11. I'm like, girl, that's when I open. I'm like, do I not get a minute to myself? And he didn't come for the second shift, because he was supposed to be there, Thursday and Friday. He was only there Thursday, so I don't know if she just told him not to show up on Friday, because I ended up training the second kid. But then she also texted me. She was like, oh, he'll be there 11 to 3. I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's still 3 hours I have to myself at least. Obviously myself to an extent, because customers, blah, blah, blah. And then she texted like at 2:30. She's like, oh, hey, I have another kid coming in at 3 to train. I'm like, girl. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, 1, a little warning would be nice. 2, manager pay would be great if you're expecting me to train all these people. Because I looked into it. That's a manager's job. Like, it is legitimately a manager's job to train people. And you know what I'm not? A manager. I mean, let's be real. Essentially I am, but like, in the, whatchamacallit, like paperwork and positions wise, I'm not a manager. I do not need to train anybody. And like, I know you're busy running 2 stores, but like, girl, why don't you have them train at your store where you are, and then, you know, once they have a week or two under their belt, then send them to our store so they're not a burden on me. Ah! Dropped one. Alright, I'm gonna go finish the rest of these stupid rhinestones off camera because they keep falling and I keep bending and it hurts. So I'll be back. See, I told you it would be kind of hard to talk. I'm also back for 2 seconds before putting on my lashes, but this is from Buxom. This is the Plump Shot Collagen Infused Lip Serum. I was gonna do something pinky, but I'm kind of liking how this looks as it is. So, just gonna oh no. And this specifically because it's not overly glossy, so it's not going to take away from anything. But I need to find lashes. I also need to buy lash glue desperately, so that will be a after work thing because I also need shampoo and conditioner. But find some lashes and I'll be back in a second. I can't smile. Alright, and this is the finished look. Again, I can't open my mouth too much, otherwise I'm going to lose rhinestones, and I just spent way too much time and the rest of my lash glue to deal with that. But I might have outdone 21-year-old me, so suck it. But like, even without the rhinestones, this would be such a good, solid look too. But like, this is also finally my last Halloween look, and thank God. Thank God! Again, I know I put this upon myself by like, I'm gonna do every single upload of YouTube only Halloween looks. 9 videos later, but here we are. Like I said, I don't think I'm ever gonna do this again. Like, if I want to do a Halloween look in October next year, I'm just gonna do whatever I feel like. I'm not gonna force myself to do a look. A Halloween themed look every single time I do my makeup, because that's, oof, I hate it. I hated it. But yeah, this is the finished look. I can't wait for my next makeup look to be like normal. It won't be until I might be able to squeeze in a Sunday look. Have to do it Monday, can't do it at all on Tuesday. But yeah. Oh, that was a shit wave.